everyone. I hope that you are really fine. Today we're gonna start with the class. Let's go. And we're gonna start with the class. This is a B2 level, real English. In this classroom, there were no students, and we're gonna start right now, right? This is Edwin Lowenelban, tutor and planning a startup, developing a business idea. And the instruction for the class is participate actively in every activity. You will gain confidence and fluency, practice English daily with music videos and friends. You will improve faster and speak naturally. Enjoy your learning through games, teamwork, and creativity. And you will have fun and remember more, right? So what we have to do in this vocabulary stage is to match the words. We have match the words. What we must do is to match the words with the definitions on the right side, right? Oh my god, what happened? Then going to okay. I had to put this word, this definition on this side because I get the mistake to not put the. Let me. I want to. Let me. What happened? I don't know what happened with this one. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna do it, right? I'm gonna put this one on here, right? On this one, I'm gonna yes. Now put in here, put in here, put in here, put it in here, put it in here, and put it in here. So then I'm gonna change this one by no, yes, this one and put it in here, right? And I'm gonna oh my god, what happened with this? No, I cannot move this one. Yeah, then I finish to do it. I didn't finish. So what we must do is to match the word we have here and with the right definitions. And then we're gonna do a reading lecture, a reading comprehension lecture. So what we must do is to read this lecture, and then I gonna ask the student these questions, and then so in this part we're gonna talk, interact with the students or with the student about the topic. What we're gonna do is to to answer to focus on the problem, on the issue that we are covering about it, right? For example, in a business topic, no. It's something related to business. We are focusing on resolving problems, encounter a way to to get a solution for a problem that exists, and then we're discussing about that, right? And how we can start or how we can have a successful business. And then we're gonna do this listening comprehension activity that is to listen a video, watch a video, listen a video on how to start a business in 10 tips. So, and they're gonna answer these questions. If the student can understand this question as well, or don't have in mind about the video, so I would ask the student about what he or she or they understand about this topic, about the startup business in 10 tip, right? Then we're gonna do this grammar future plans for the startups that we're going to present continuous, and we're covering the idea that we got we how we can use this verb, I don't know, this auxiliary and these verbs, right? This time, how can you use these forms in order to uh, create sentences based on the sentences related to business, and using correctly this form, right? And then we have the sample. Is the student don't understand very well. I have brought these examples and the tips as well. Then we have writing time. So as you see, a student have written these three. In the last class, the student have written these three sentences. So um, I think there is not related. It's not related to the topic, but I forget to try to cover these three sentences with these three with stemming we are covering, right? Sorry for that. And then sorry for my dog is barking. Sorry for that. Describe your business idea. Write a short paragraph describing your short idea using vocabulary. Here is example of the student that wrote the student that participated in the last class. We have written here this paragraph as well about a business idea. The student have written, for example, I propose a new product, and don't imagine what is it. I show air retain regulations. It's something that the student invented, right? So like a good ventilator, a big ventilator in the Guajira, so that ventilator can generate energy. Uh, and, it can give Guajira people or citizens a good way to get energy, or to at the same time to have fresh air in their houses. I don't know, in the places they are. Then we have these speaking reflections based on the product the student has created, and then we're gonna speak about why you create a business idea, what are the benefits, what are solutions could it result to customers. For example, I could result this, what my product can result to customers is to, for example, to get energy from the air, and to have um, to get to no waste, to no like contaminate the environment with other kind of resources, like chemical compounds and so on. And it can give us a fresh air in our region, in our places, in our houses, and something like that, right? And that's all. And I want to specify something like right here. Sorry, that is right now is raining heavily. There is thunderstorm right now, a big storm right now. Now we have finished. Remember that in this part, would use, what I would do is to correct the mistake that a student normally commits. The students normally commit by writing this paragraph. So, for example, the student here just write something that it could be. For example, he or she doesn't put the comma, and I recommend them to put the comma, and at the end of the paragraph or a sentence, so we have to put the period, like this one, for example. Um, and before an end, between two sentences, we have to put a comma, and also, and that's all, right? And at the beginning of a sentence or a paragraph, you have to put capital, major capital, right? And then we have completed all the activity right here. I don't know what happened. Then we have a speaking reflection. I told you before. Start a big discussion. We discuss about the vision idea the students have created, and we have finished all the class. So what I would do for the what I would do at the end of the stage is to recommend students to practice more, to have fun with while they are learning, to get there are a lot of tools that they can use for growing up in this world of the English skills. So they can use, for example, a diary. They can use, for example, Spotify. They can use, for example, YouTube or Everand. That is a good tool that you can use to read and to listen podcasts as well, right? And listen books, because you can have fun, right? You can have fun at the same time as you are learning English as well, right? That's all for today. Thank you so much and see you next time. This is remember, this is a B2 level class, and I send this link to the student, right? In order to fill out the form. This is Edwin Lawan. I'm planning startup development of this idea, right? So and thank you so much, and I'm gonna stop the recording right now.